what you gotta say, but don't play. Say what you gotta say, but don't play. Say what you gotta say, but don't play.
What is up, you guys? It's your special friend Godmother, and I am back. Okay, except for I'm not back with another read. I am back with a let's talk about it, a conversations with Caprice, whatever we kind of are deciding to call it. I don't really know, but one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm gonna be in my robe, and yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So today's topic is learning from yourself, being your best teacher, and yeah, so we're gonna talk about it. What made me kind of tap into this topic was my friend. He's actually my ex, but we've reconnected as literally just friends. And when I tell you, he's given me so much like proof of my growth that it's just like, I don't know, it's been beautiful talking to somebody from my past who has memories of me that I don't have, because it helps me do a lot of self-reflection, and that's where I've been at lately. And what did we have a conversation about? I don't even know, y'all. I don't even know what we had a conversation about, but I remember coming in the house and just thinking about it and being like, okay, it don't gotta be you're right or I'm right. Like, we just have different points of view. And then we end up last night chilling, vibing, went for a ride or whatever, and we start talking again. We got into a little debate. Me and him, that's one thing about us, we're going to debate. Like, and so I went in the house, like, I'm finna block him, because this is what I do. I run from conflicts, and I'm just like, nigga, you arguing with me, you're not my nigga. Like, this ain't even that, so why the fuck are we arguing? I don't like that. So I'm like, I'm finna block him. And then an hour went by, and I just thought about it, and I thought about his perspective, I thought about his view, and I just texted him like, hey, normally I would have blocked you, but I'm really growing up, and, you know, I just want to tell you so. He like, yeah, I definitely didn't expect to hear from you, because I feel like people know me at this point. People know that I'm a runner, I'm a track star, so it just be what it be. But I feel like I just did a video about friendships and wanting friends and my friendship trauma and pretty much stuff like that. And in that video, I pretty much was talking about people not showing up for me and people not being friends to me. And last night, being about to block my ex, my friend, I'm like, damn, that's bogus, because I say I want friends, but then I don't know how to have conflicts with people without blocking them, or without kind of ridding them of my life, without kind of kicking them out. I don't have any friend that I go through trials and tribulations with. I don't have a friend who, you know, like, I've been there for them through shit, and they've been there for me through shit. Like, I don't have that friend. So being with Deontay, it just kind of made me realize, like, this nigga is actually my friend. Like, we're exes, but he know me in a way where it's like, I don't feel judged, or I don't feel no type of way. I feel seen. Like, I just feel like this nigga love me, like, period. Like, we've been through so much. We've kind of not been friends, then been friends. Not been friends, then been friends. And been exes, then been friends, and all different kind of phases. So just like knowing that, like, dang, I've been through a lot with this man, like, it make me feel good. It make me feel like, damn, I want to keep going through shit with him. Like, I want to have people in my life who I have like good memories with, which kind of brings me to the topic, being your own teacher and learning from yourself and stuff like that. So what originally made me want to talk about this topic was Jonathan. And I know that I mention him a lot in my videos, and I feel like that's my own insecurity. I be feeling like, damn, I mention Jonathan all the time. When I'm with my ex, I said it all the time, like, damn, I'm always mentioning Jonathan, or always mentioning my pregnancies. And then I be in my head like, so what if you're my friend? You know what I'm going through. Yes, I'm going to mention this shit. Yes, I'm not over it. Yes, this is the month that Jonathan passed, so all of those feelings are kind of coming back up. So And y'all, I remember the friend that I told y'all I was talking to, that I was nitpicking. I ended up stopped talking to him because I'm like, this the month that Jonathan passed away, and it feels weird. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to ask my friend to be there for me. Like, that's not why, but these are thoughts that I was having. So of course it's like, this is another phase of grief that I've never experienced before. Now here we are, I'm dating, and it's around the time that Jonathan passed. Do my man come to the grave with me? Do he help me through my grief? Do I talk to him about what I'm going through? Shit like that. So friendship and memories and all that kind of stuff was basically coming to mind. And I was thinking about Jonathan the other day. I'm in the bed. I don't remember what, I think it was like, damn, I don't even be listening to his music, or I don't even know what it was. I really can't for the life of me remember. Oh, I was watching a TV show and somebody had passed away, and was it 2 TV shows? Dang, God really been talking to me. It was 2 different TV shows. It was 2 different TV shows. It was 2 different TV shows, and crazy. They was basically like remembering the person who passed away, and I got a little sad because I'm like, dang, when I think about Jonathan, I only think about the bad memories. Like, if somebody was to tell me, like, tell me a good memory about you and Jonathan, I don't know what I would say. And that's kind of like Jonathan's family. I know I kind of feel bad, but then again, I don't. I feel like I kind of like shut them out because I have really dark humor. Like, the way that I kind of got through his death was being angry at him, being mad, being pissed off, crying every day, and honestly telling my truth, telling my side of the story of how things happened. And I didn't want to offend his family by telling my truth, but I still wanted to tell my truth. So I've been in a space of just like, dang, like, even now that I'm like healing, I'm not healed, but I'm healing, and I'm kind of, accepting and being at peace with Jonathan's decision and God's decision. It just feels like I did not pay attention to him. Like, and then it's like, it's contradictory because I did pay attention to that man. Like, I paid too much attention to him. But it's like I also wasn't very present. Like, I remembered the bad memories way more than the good memories. Like, in my mind, I could see times where we had gotten into a fight, or I felt as if he did something to me, or he did do something, like, whatever. I be feeling like, dang, I don't want to hurt Jonathan's feelings, and Jonathan is not Jonathan anymore. Whoever he is, whatever he has reincarnated into, or if he's in heaven with our children, he's not necessarily Jonathan. It's crazy because sometimes I think about, like, what was his past life before ours? What was his purpose? Like, what was he supposed to do? Because to me, he left so unfulfilled. He used to tell me that he was depressed and he was sad and he didn't want to be here. So it's like, okay, if you felt like that and then died, was your life fulfilled? But then I think about all the people whose lives he touched and stuff like that. But then it's like, I don't know those people. I can't say that I have memories with him and other people. It was always us. I don't know his friends. I don't. And of course, we grew up in the same hometown, so it's kind of like everybody kind of know everybody. But I can't go and ask them, like, what's y'all memories with Jonathan? Or, like, how was things? Because from my point of view, Jonathan, since he was about 14, 15, it went from going to the AmeriCorps to no, I don't think it's juvie. I don't really know, but he was just in and out of jail and in and out of prison for majority his whole adult life. And he didn't really put out certain songs that were, like, really meaningful to him. And I noticed, like, now it's like I don't want to listen to his music, and I love him, but it's like when I listen to it, he's literally telling all of the truth. He's literally describing all of what his life was at that moment, and just hearing how much of his life was drugs and stuff like that. It was a few songs where I'm like, damn, you telling everything. Like, you telling the street corner, you telling the route, you telling who we go to first. Like, it was certain things that I paid attention to, and I paid attention to him. And like, I felt like all the time he was actually loving me and trying. I feel like in my heart that shit is tainted, because even every time we had a good day, and me and Jonathan had this conversation before, but every time me and Jonathan had a good day, it was also tainted with something bad. Like, we done fought, we done got into it, I done been mad because he didn't come home, or I done had to beg him to come spend the time with me. So now that we actually spending the time, I kind of got an attitude. Little shit like that. It's like, he here now. Why you got an attitude? But it was like, I kept an attitude. I stayed mad. I stayed upset, and I stayed angry with him all the fucking time. If I would have just lived my fucking life, who the fuck would have knows where the fuck I would have been? If I would have broke up with him when I got pregnant with Zion and found out the next day that he cheated on me, if I would have broke up with him then, maybe me and him both would have been living a grand life, right? But it's like, I don't know. I don't know that shit. I know what our reality was. So it's like, you see all this shit, you see people loving their man and being depressed about their man, and for years people stay widows and stay single and all these things, and it's like, why am I so different? Why do I feel not like them? Like, I love this man. Like, I absolutely loved him. And I feel like it's because I'm still finding balance. I'm still finding my peace. I'm still finding the lesson in everything that we went through. And I'm only finding that through talking about it, through understanding my feelings, through letting my feelings be okay. Because while, yes, I'm still, how can I explain it? Because I don't want to say I'm angry with him, because I'm dead ass not angry with him anymore. I'm understanding, and I've accepted. But a part of me does still feel abandoned. I said to somebody the other day, like, a nigga will leave you stuck. Jonathan didn't leave me stuck. This is not something he did to me. He didn't leave me. He didn't abandon me. You know, he did what was best for him and what God had, they agreed to, you know. So for me, I'm still learning from myself, you know. And sometimes I watch myself in certain little videos that we used to have. Like, the other day, I found myself just watching videos from the last 3 days before he passed away. And I'm just like, I changed. I didn't have an attitude. I was being nice to him. I was changing. And even though I had put him out the house, like, I was still giving him a chance. His mama would be like, oh, I can't find Jonathan. Can you please call him? I would call. I was being so kind. When we had one on our anniversary trip, he was being so mean to me. But I knew it was because we had just lost rhythm. And he was so hurt that he was angry. And me, I was just like, she was bigger than Zion. To me, it was still an accomplishment because my pregnancy went further than the other one. So it pisses me off, because it's like, no, I wasn't the bad guy. Like, I really was right for feeling sad, and for, it's like, sometimes I blame myself, like, damn, bitch, you had an attitude every day. But every day I had a reason. Every day I was getting cheated on. Every day niggas wasn't coming home. Every day I was still broke. How are you out hustling every day and I'm broke? I don't got nothing. You can't help me with nothing. You can't buy me nothing. And just because he gone, I feel like I'm supposed to just be happy and talk about the happy memories. But they not there. It's not that they didn't happen. They did. We was in love, but I don't have them. And people with trauma get it, because you disassociate so much that you don't remember shit. But I'm still learning from her. I'm still learning from the Caprice that was in that relationship, sad, depressed, in the bed every fucking day. I don't want to dismiss her or act like she's not important, because she is. I'm learning so much from her. Like, damn, you was real life a ride or die. You didn't leave that man. I don't care what nobody say, how nobody feel. Like, our whole relationship, I was painted as the bad guy. He pillow talked to bitches about me. He told his mama shit about me. He told his friend's girlfriend shit about me. Like, random. Like, what? Why? And I felt like I was just in the house hurting. Nobody knew that. Everybody acting like I'm... Not everybody. I'm not even going to project that onto y'all, because I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. I'm mad at myself for telling my story and feeling how I feel, but it's like, he didn't get a chance to resolve shit with me. We was on bad terms. I kicked him out the house before he passed away, so that shit don't just go away. I'm still learning from our relationship. I'm still healing. It's only been a year. I'm still healing from certain shit that I've accepted or allowed, or certain shit that I caused. I caused that physical abuse in our relationship. I caused my anger issues. I caused me to be depressed in the bed. I caused me to lose my babies. Like, all things that we have to take accountability for. And until we take accountability, we can't really learn. And taking accountability is hard and it's painful, because it's like a slap in the face. Like, damn, you know. Which brings me to the friendship thing. I talked about in my last video about how people were catty and jealous or envious or not nice to me, or how I watched my mom has friendships. But I didn't talk about the fact that I'm not nice in friendships. I didn't talk about the fact that just because a friend don't got time for me, I'll block her. I didn't talk about the fact that when my friends are grieving or they got something going on, I'm so sad or triggered from what happened to me that I don't know how to be there for other people. I didn't talk about that shit. Not because I was ignoring that, but because at the time I wasn't paying attention until I watched back the video, or I experienced things, or I watch myself do things, and it's like, girl, be there for her. Show up. You mad because you didn't get invited to this, and it's like, would you have wanted to go? No. So do it matter? We sitting here mad about something, or, you know, like I had feelings towards a friend. The old me wouldn't have said shit. The new me was like, hey, can we talk? Because watching that video made me feel like, bitch, you're not just this victim. You're also the person who hurts people. You're also the person who is the mean girl sometimes. You're also the person who allows her trauma to make her hurt people. You're a hurt person who hurts people. So outside of me just putting it on, oh, this is why I don't have friends, because of this, I also have trust issues. I also don't trust people. I also have controlling issues. I also want to control the outcome of everything. So in order to control the outcome, I'll stop talking to this person to avoid heartbreak, avoid hurt. So I'm controlling the narrative. But it's not for real. I'm not in control. I'm in control of my loneliness, because now I don't got nobody. But I'm not in control of the heartbreak, because I'm still heartbroken while I'm lonely. So I said all this to say, we really do have to evolve, and we really do have to grow as individuals, as people, as women, as men, as kids, as pet owners, as sisters, as brothers, as cousins, as mothers. We have to be willing to look at ourselves and not just diminish who we was or what we accepted or what we allowed, but we have to learn from us. We have to pay attention to us. And I think this season, I want to look at me. I want to see me. You know, I want to learn from me. I want to be there for me. I want to be what I want from other people. I want to be that friend who is going to reciprocate energy to myself. I want to be that woman who is disciplined. I want to be that person who has honor and integrity and respect, who is willing to apologize, who is willing to communicate, who is willing to compromise, who is compassionate, who is honest. And I'm realizing I'm not always honest. I catch myself in lies. Like the other day I lied. I'm like, oh yeah, my baby was at her cousin's house. And in my head, I'm like, no, the fuck she wasn't. She was at my grandma's house. And I don't even know why that lie came out my mind, out my mouth. It wasn't even on purpose. But I caught myself and I was like, nah, I lied. She was at my granny's house. So maybe it's something that I just do instinctually, right? But that's still something that I'm able to recognize and I'm able to change about myself, you know? Little shit like going to the grocery store and I'm finna eat this candy bar. Bitch, that's stealing. You know you ain't putting it in your purse, but bitch, you ate it and then you put the wrapper somewhere. So now, bitch, you stole and you litter. Because you done just put it behind the motherfucking chips. Was the candy bar even that good? Like, shit like that. It's like recognizing myself, being able to learn from myself, being able to learn, oh, okay, I ate that candy bar. How do I feel after? Before, I would have just ate the candy bar and I gave a fuck. Now, I have the feeling of dis-ease. I have the feeling like I did something wrong because in my heart and my spirit, I don't feel like that's acceptable anymore. But it's up to me to not ignore that feeling of it not being acceptable anymore. Because if I ignore it, shit, okay, bitch. Who? Right? But I don't want to ignore myself anymore. I don't want to ignore red flags. I don't want to ignore the older versions of myself. I don't want to ignore who I'm going to become. I just want to be present and be me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Share it on all your social medias. And I am out of here, you guys.